Okay, welcome to another Down the Rabbit Hole video, and I'm doing another video response. I know I just posted one a little while ago, but this one is for Alan Stewart, Mamemeister, who gave me a shout out a little while ago. Really appreciate him and his channel and all the stuff that he does, and he posted some questions out there to the community, and I thought, I'm giving Alan some answers. Surprisingly, though, it's taken this long. It's been a few days since he posted the question. It's taken this long for me to come up with answers because they're rather complex questions. So question one is, if you were on Mastermind, which is like a quiz show, but like super high caliber challenging questions on the subject, what would your subject matter be? Number two, what video game arcade machine are you really good at? And number three, how many gaming systems do you have? So question number one, the Mastermind one, I don't know that I'm that much of an expert because I've seen Mastermind and those are very hard questions. But I guess if I was to say anything, Star Wars? I know a lot of stuff about the original trilogy. I know that if I was to go on a quiz show for that, there'd be a lot of expanded universe stuff, which I've mentioned in my videos. I don't really follow the expanded universe. It'll be Mara Jade this and Admiral Thrawn that and Exar Kun whatever. I don't care. So, if not Star Wars, I've always been really good at spelling. So maybe as a sort of a backup, I'd like to say a spelling bee competition type questions. You know, get the host to ask me how to spell words. Having said that, I've watched a few spelling bees and I know some of those words can be pretty intimidating. So, hope that's good for number one. Number two, what arcade machine are you really good at? There's a couple. This, again, took a long time to think about. There's one machine that I used to love playing. It was a Laserdisc game, kind of like Dragon's Lair. It's called Cobra Command, where you're flying these helicopters and you're shooting and you're going down ravines and that. I loved playing that one as a kid because I could actually finish the game. Like Dragon's Lair, it had a certain amount of cartoon in it, and then when you reached the game, you actually had a proper, you've reached the end of the game logo. So I always liked that. So that was kind of one of my favorite arcade coin-ops back in the day, but it was just memorization. I don't know if that means if I'm really good at it or not. If not Cobra Command, Robotron, I've always been really good at that. And I know Alan loves Robotron, he's got a custom controller. So yeah, Robotron 2084, I guess. Maybe a third one. We'll get to the third one. And finally, how many gaming systems do you have? Now, this was very difficult because, like, okay, I've got a Genesis, Mega Drive, and I've got a Wii, and I've got, you know, Super NES, and all that kind of stuff. But there are some things like, do you count, you know, for example, Digital Derby. It's only capable of playing one game, and I've got a few machines like that. So, I don't know, does that count? I decided to kind of, okay, well, let's split it then. How about things that have a cartridge in them? Like, for example, my Nintendo DS, you put a game in the back of it. Anything that takes different game cartridges or discs, if you count all those up, I've got 14 of those. If you include things like Digital Derby, then there's another 13 roughly of those. So 27 total of all types of gaming machines. If it's only things that you can put a cartridge or different game titles into, then 14. So, right, so there we go. And just since I've got the DS out, I thought I'd also mention Red Baron is here. And I'm actually pretty good at Red Baron if the control stick is very good. And I did a video about that. So, yeah, Red Baron maybe, if not Robotron 2084. Right, so there's the answers to the three questions. I'm sorry this took a while, Alan, but it took a long time for me to think, what am I an expert at? What games am I really good at? And how many gaming systems do I have? But now you have your answer. So, until next time, we'll see you down the rabbit hole.